Hello, and welcome back to Bella Daily English, the podcast where we have natural conversations to help you learn real spoken English. I'm your host, Bella. I'm so glad you've joined us today for a particularly lovely topic. We're going to be talking about our hobbies, the things we do just for fun, just for us. And I'm so happy to be joined, as always, by my good friend, Mason. Hi, Mason. Thanks for coming on the show again.
Hey, Bella. Thanks for having me back. I always love our chats. And talking about hobbies, that sounds like a great way to spend some time.
It really does. Before we dive in, for our listeners who are just joining us, remember, this is a relaxed conversation. We might repeat ourselves, we might use simple words, we'll definitely laugh. That's all part of learning. Just listen, relax, and enjoy. So, Mason, hobbies. It's a simple word, but it can mean so many different things to different people. What's the first thing that comes to mind when I say hobby?
The first thing, I think freedom. Because a hobby isn't something you have to do, it's something you choose to do. It's like a little gift you give yourself after all the work and chores are done.
I love that. A gift you give yourself. That's perfect. For me, the first word I think of is escape, but in a good way. It's a little mental vacation. When I'm reading a book or focused on a recipe, I'm not thinking about my bills or my to-do list. I'm just in that moment.
Yes, a mental vacation. That's exactly what my main hobby feels like for me.
Which is, remind our listeners who might be new.
My biggest hobby is hiking. Getting out into nature on a trail and just walking for miles. It's my favorite escape.
Okay, so talk to me about a specific time. Don't just tell me you love hiking. Take me there with you. What's a recent hike that really gave you that mental vacation feeling?
Okay, last Saturday. I woke up really early, like 6 a.m. The sun was just starting to come up. I drove to the state park about an hour away. When I got to the trailhead, it was so quiet. Just me, the birds, and the sound of my own boots on the gravel.
Were you alone?
Completely alone for the first hour, and it was magical. The air was cool and fresh. I could see spider webs shining with dew in the morning light. My phone had no signal. There was nothing to check, no one to answer to. It was just me, my thoughts, and the path in front of me. For the first 30 minutes, my brain was still buzzing from the week, but then it just quieted down.
What does that feel like when your brain quiets down?
It feels light. It feels peaceful. All the noise and worry just sort of fade into the background. You start noticing small things. The pattern of moss on a rock, the way a single leaf falls from a tree. You breathe deeper. Your shoulders relax. It's like hitting a reset button for your entire nervous system.
That sounds incredible, and so different from my own reset button. My perfect Saturday morning involves not moving nearly as much.
Let me guess. It involves that big, cozy armchair you're always talking about.
Every time. So my hobby is reading, and my ritual is just as important as your hike. Saturday morning, I make a big pot of strong coffee. I take my favorite mug, the big, chunky one, and I curl up in my chair by the window. And I read for 2, sometimes 3 hours. No interruptions.
What are you reading right now?
Right now, I'm in the middle of a historical fiction novel. It's set in Paris in the 1920s. And for those hours, I'm not in my apartment. I'm in a smoky jazz club or walking along the Seine River. The writer's words just build this whole other world in my head. It's an escape, but it's an inner journey, where yours is an outer journey.
I love that distinction, an inner journey versus an outer journey. But they do the same thing. They transport you.
Exactly. Now, you also have another hobby that's the opposite of hiking. It's very stationary and detailed.
Yeah, my friends tease me about this. My other main hobby is restoring old furniture.
Which is so different. Hiking is big, expansive, outdoors. Furniture restoring is small, focused, indoors. Why do you think you're drawn to both?
I've thought about that a lot. I think they balance me. Hiking is about expending energy. Furniture work is about focusing energy. With hiking, my mind can wander. With a piece of wood, I have to be completely focused on the grain, the sandpaper, the brushstroke. It's almost meditative in a different way. And there's a deep satisfaction in looking at something broken and making it useful and beautiful again.
There's a result, a tangible thing you can point to.
Yes, after a hike, I have photos and tired legs and a good feeling. After a furniture project, I have a thing, a solid, real thing that I made better.
My hobbies are less tangible. I finish a book, and the story lives in my head. I cook a meal, and we eat it. It's gone. But I think the result for me is an emotional one. The meal brings people together. The story gives me new ideas or feelings. The result is inside me.
That's just as important, maybe more important.
We've talked about our big hobbies, but what about the little things? The things that might not feel like a formal hobby, but they bring you joy. For me, it's watering my plants. It's a 5-minute task, but I love checking on each one, seeing a new leaf grow. It's a tiny moment of care.
Oh, for sure. For me, it's making my morning coffee. I don't just push a button. I grind the beans. I heat the water to just the right temperature. I pour it slowly. It's a 2-minute ritual, but it starts my day with intention. It's a small act of respect for the morning, I guess.
I love that. So a hobby doesn't have to be a big, time-consuming project. It can be a tiny ritual that makes you happy.
Absolutely. The key is just doing something for you without pressure. Speaking of pressure, how's the knitting going?
Oh, Mason, it's a process. I am not a natural. My first scarf looks more like a confused caterpillar. But you know what? I don't care. I'm enjoying the process. The feel of the yarn, the click-click of the needles. It's okay to be bad at a hobby. That's not the point. The point is to try, to learn, to give your hands and mind something new to do.
That's the best attitude. I had the same experience trying to learn basic guitar chords. My fingers would not cooperate. It was humbling, but it's good to be a beginner sometimes. It reminds you that it's okay not to be an expert at everything.
So, what's the takeaway for our listeners today, Mason? If someone is thinking, I don't have a hobby, what would you tell them?
I'd say, think about what made you happy as a kid. Did you like coloring? Maybe try an adult coloring book. Did you like building with blocks? Maybe try a simple model kit, or just go for a walk in a part of your town you've never seen. A hobby doesn't need a label or expensive equipment. It just needs your curiosity.
Beautifully said. And I'd add, pay attention to the small moments when you feel relaxed or engaged. What are you doing? Maybe you're organizing your bookshelf, or watching cooking videos, or listening to a certain type of music. That little spark of interest, follow it. That's where a hobby begins.
It's all about adding more of those gifts to yourself and to your life.
Mason, thank you so much for sharing your world of trails and woodwork with us today. It's always a pleasure.
Thanks, Bella. This was a really fun topic to explore.
And thank you, our listener, for being part of our conversation. Now we turn the microphone over to you. What is your hobby? What's your inner or outer journey, your big project, or your tiny ritual? Please tell us in the comments wherever you're listening. You can use simple sentences like, my hobby is gardening, or I like to draw pictures, or I enjoy listening to podcasts. We read every single one and love connecting with you. Remember, learning English can be a hobby too. Be proud of yourself for spending this time listening and practicing. You're doing great. That's all for today's episode of Bella Daily English. Until next time, be kind to yourself and don't forget to make a little time for fun. Goodbye.